while Losa Engineering continues the transformation of a junk tank and frame. The team at Garage Company start with fresh sheet metal to fabricate completely custom expansion chamber exhaust pipes.
I can see that. There's a lot of work that goes into designing a two-stroke chamber, and I can see him doing that.
Taper tube, we cannot bend, so we have to section cut. So that's a hard part.
I don't have the patience to make that from scratch like he did. That's amazing. He made it all out of flat metal. I wouldn't even want to attempt it.
Especially making an exhaust is a daunting task. It's not going to come out right the first time if you've never done it before. So for Yoshi to make that exhaust from scratch, you know this isn't the first one they've made.
Four-stroke exhaust, you just make it, run it wherever the hell you want. This thing really is tuned to that expansion chamber, the way the exhaust comes in and out of it.
There's got to be a lot of mathematical equations put into this thing. Did Yoshi go to school to learn that? I don't know. I mean, hopefully he's got, some prowess where he can make this thing happen, but it's got to be one of the most difficult things on the bike.
We should have calculated how many hours spent on the pipe, right?
No.
Maybe $1,500 pipes, maybe?
Yeah. あれはメジャーでは What's the measurement on the
For the silencer?
End piece?
I have to look it up.
Like a straight piece?
Yeah.
That's important for the
right.
top end.
Yeah.
If it's too short, like, Okay, we pretty much finished. Let me see what's the weight. This is a make horsepower. Goes fast, wide open, make nice noise. Sounds like a bees. Yeah.
Next week on Cafe Racer.
Nothing like watching paint dry.
Will the paint be dry on Jay's total body transformation when Yoshi delivers the motor and pipes? And will the Bostrom brothers think doubling the builders makes a better bike?
This is so two-stroke. You're like the best times of your life and then the biggest letdown.
Yeah.
Previously on Cafe Racer, Herman Jason of Florida's Dime City Cycles took a rusty, worn-out Honda junker, compliments of Low-Side magazine, and made it into a beauty.
What cracked? The fender.
Oh, dude, you cranked too far down on it.
Some duct tape, some bubble gum would be good as new. Boston Brothers won't even know the difference.
Alrighty, We've been on a lot of bikes. Each one different, special in their own way.
Yeah, J-Lo says little 500 single.
That was the Canyon Racer for sure. You know, some of them are straight line beasts with big brakes and...
Perfect example to try it in New Jersey. Just that pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, but every bike seems to be pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I like the feeling of the twin, kind of that old Norton sound, or some of the singles.
With all the cool bikes we've ridden, it's about time we ride a Honda.
I know, especially this beauty, boys. You ready to reenact Mike the Bike?
Let's do it, man.
Some Isle of Man.
It hasn't been out yet, huh? You boys take this thing out?
No, man. About a half a mile.
So are you actually afraid to ride the bike, and that's why you're letting us go first?
Damn right.
Really impressed that they were able to put such a clean bike together. You know, everything's spotless, meticulous, and you can tell that they really take pride in their work. And that really leads to a well-running, well-maintained bike. Went over everything. Everything is nice and tight. You know, they did a beautiful job on the safety wire, which is important in some of the cases. Everything seems to be adjusted well, and I think we're ready to go.
They're cool cats. They're down to earth. They feel the bike. There's a harmony and a rhythm that exists between a vintage bike and its rider. And not a lot of people understand that. It gives off an energy, and you see it and you feel it. It was cool meeting them and kind of getting to experience that. There's the knee! Yeah.
Listening to the way that Eric was running out there in the first ride, you can sort of tell that he was really getting into it. So, you know, at that point, I don't think I was too nervous. I was very anxious to see what he had to say, and as soon as he lifted up his face mask and I saw that smile, yeah, that was awesome.
Oh man, brother, you gotta love this thing. The best motor ever. Sweet, dude, I can't wait. Get off of there. Okay.
I'd say he's a little happy, huh?
Not too bad for the first race bike at Dime City.
First race bike ever. We got some race guys racing it. It's great.
How's that? The sensation of the sound, huh? It's really unbelievable. The funny part was actually trying to get used to getting into the bubble. It's such a gas to ride. You can't believe it. It's like this little toy, and you're like, can I really get under there? And you can. That's the weirdest thing. You're back under here, you know, and I stay in my little tug. It feels so retro.
So you liked it?
I love it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love
Thanks
it.
for riding it, man.
Boys, thanks for having us.
Thanks.
I mean, the guys love the motorcycle, except for, you know, the front suspension. I think we need to stiffen it up a little bit. We need to work on the brakes a little bit, so that's great feedback. And we knew that coming in. I mean, you know, the time crunch and constraints that we had didn't allow us to really tweak them the way we thought needed to be tweaked, and they agree that it does need a little work. So it's great feedback. I can't wait to get back to the shop, stiffen up those springs, play with the front brakes a little bit, take her back out.
I mean, I'm not tooting our own horn, but, you know, it feels pretty good. I mean, it's the first race bike that's come out of Dime City, and to have the Bostroms kind of put their stamp of approval on it, I think we did all right.
This week on Cafe Racing, Greg Hageman sets out to make a slow, homely old cruiser into a sleek, fast roadster. Only to convince the Bostroms he's built a dirt tracker.
Yes, he did. We'll try to keep it out of the gravel.
All right. I got a stone guard in the headlight just in case.
And Jay and Yoshi put the finishing touches on their two-stroke team build. Then head to the high desert for some high-speed hijinks.
We never really discussed how we wanted to build it. We just said, okay, you're doing this part, I'm gonna do the frame and paint, and, you know, we never ran anything by each other.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm Greg.
This is it.
83 Virago 750.
And I'm thinking, you know, $1,200 is a really good price for this bike.
Tell you what, I'll give you 850 bucks.
Sold 850.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, we got a deal. This is probably as far away from a cafe racer as I'll go. It's set up for laid-back cruising, and when it's done, it's going to be set up for aggressive cornering and handling. I'm guessing I'll strip about 100 pounds off. This will give me an idea of what it's going to look like when I'm done. That's it. That's the geometry I'm looking for.
I'm a perfectionist. I can't stand things that don't fit perfect. When I build a bike, I'd say it's probably 75% function, 25% form. You can build a really pretty bike, but it might not be something you can ride. I want to be able to ride that thing. It's going to take a lot to take the bike from sitting back like that to sitting like that.
It actually uses the engine as part of the frame. The lighter the bike, the better it handles. Can you see there's about 2 millimeters of difference in the sides? So I'm gonna have to tweak it over. This is gonna be heavy. I went with something totally different. I'm just hoping it all works together nicely.
I've got a challenge here trying to stuff some big fat tires on a little bike. I like the look.
1, 2. I'm counting my flats. 1, 2. And now I go to the other side and I tighten 2 flats.
You're moving every spoke exactly the same, so you're basically just taking that rim and just moving it over just a little bit. Everything's going to have to be machined and massaged and worked on in order to get a laced wheel on this bike.
Perfect. The shim I put in dropped, so that's not going to work. I know what I need to do. I'm going to snug these 2 bolts down. There are a lot of variables. I have to have the splines at the correct depth. I have to have the bearings set properly. Everything perfect to work out just right. And then on top of that, I put a wider tire on it, so I have to have enough room between the swing arm and the tire, so I had to have everything spaced just right. And I got it. I'm guessing it's going to be single fire ignition. I'm going to run up this side of the frame. I can hide it better.
I put more importance into the mechanical part of the bike. You're working with an old bike, old wiring, old electronics. This stuff is going to have to be worked on just a little bit to get it right. But once it's right for a long time. It's going to be a reliable, dependable bike.
Both cylinders are firing. It just wasn't getting fuel to one cylinder. So once I get fuel into both cylinders, it'll run on 2 cylinders. I have faith. Early 70s, I thought they were pretty creative with their colors and their paint schemes and stuff. You know, this would have slipped right on any other time. I'm seeing more cafed Viragos on the internet, but this is the first one that's like this. I think a lot of people are going to wonder what it is. It doesn't look so much like a Virago anymore. The major stuff is done, and I produced a bike that I like, and it turned out to be what I wanted. I'll be ready for the Bostrums in a week. It's 90% done. It'll be ready to go. I know I can do it.
dog, man. What a beauty.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Digging the bass boat on the tank.
Thanks. That's a 70s Yamaha color. Gotta love the 70s, man.
Seriously, everything about him. I love how slender she is. But yet you have the bars, you know? It's like, this is a proper dirt track machine. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's an 82 Virago 750, state-of-the-art, 1982, ready for cruising, built to compete with a Harley-Davidson.
So what you're saying is you went with easy route.
The easy route.
Yes, he did. We'll try to keep it out of the gravel.
All right.
And I don't mean crashing. I mean just like literally in the...
I got a stone guard in the headlight just in case.
The expectation's high. It's always high, because that thing looks like a piece of art.
Being at the racetrack, we can take the bike as far as we want to go with it, which is such a difference from the streets. You can decide, hey, I want to push in this corner, and if the bike allows that, then we're going to go for it.
He's looking for the gravel. Imagine that.
You gotta share, man.
I know, so I had to give her, she was itching for a little dirt with bars, so I was like, well, there's a little piece right there just to satisfy her, you know what I mean? It's really unbelievable fun, I swear. I mean,
Did I see you dragging your knee like the third corner?
Oh yeah, dude, just bam, knee down. I don't know if there's anything faster on the left-hander. She runs. But on the right-hander, however, you're limited. You gotta hang way off. And then the limiting factor is that pipe drag. So
you're already scratching her up?
I want to be honest. It's a good thing the track goes left.
Okay. So she's truly a dirt tracker.
She truly is. Have funny.
Thing is so just cruisy and balanced.
You can't believe how gangster you look going down the back straight. The only thing is you gotta just tuck the exhaust pipe up so you can hang it out there on both sides.
Oh, okay.
Because right now the left side you can just bomb any corner. It's like there's no bigger joy and grin than it's like you just keep leaning this thing over and get it in there. And the right you're limited with the exhaust.
For being such a big and traditionally clumsy engine, you would never know. You would never know.
Awesome. I didn't really build it for the track, and I didn't build it for professional riders to ride, but I'm just blown away that it did really well on the track, and the Boston brothers really liked it. So it's a big thumbs up.
After the break, Jay and Yoshi work through their tenuous two-man build.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but it looks like I do, right?
Previously on Cafe Racer.
Wow, it's pretty beat up, huh?
Yeah.
The talents of Jay LaRosa and Yoshi Kasaka are put into one bike, but they quickly discovered that $150 doesn't buy much.
What's going on here?
I've never had a problem like this.
Not even a smooth teardown.
What did you get? Come from under the water?
After forcing apart their Yamaha RD350, Jay went back to Long Beach where he stripped the frame and stretched the gas tank.
Wow. Now the magic fairies will come in and fill this up for us full of love.
At Garage Company, Yoshi went for horsepower. He rebuilt the motor and then fabricated a custom exhaust system.
There's a lot of work that goes into designing a two-stroke chamber.
I don't have the patience to make that from scratch like he did.
There's got to be a lot of mathematical equations put into this thing.
This is a make horsepower. Goes fast, wide open. Sounds like a bees.
Now the build finally comes together at Losa Engineering, where Jay and Joe rush to finish the bodywork in time for Yoshi to arrive with his half of the project.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but it looks like I do, right?
But the graphic that he sent looks like that, right? Yeah. But we could still do the white, though.
I don't like that one, though. I like this one. So no white? We're not going to do this one, no white. There's our new plan. Ta-da.
I don't know what to expect when Yoshi gets here. We haven't had a ton of communication throughout this process. It was kind of, all right, you're going to work on this, we're going to work on this. So this is the first time where everything's going to come together.
Hey guys,
what do you got for us?
Oh, I got the special motor for you. And I got the more parts in the car.
Hopefully what he did and what we did works together.
There you go, more stuff.
I'm sure it will in the end. At the end of the day, maybe not this day, but at the end of some day, it will all come together. But this is going to be a little strange.
What's the short guy doing this? Standing on my tippy toes here.
Okay.
Not gonna put itself in.
Oh, look at that.
You gonna ride it home?
I think so. Duct tape, hold this on the front. This is a Mexican job.
We hold exhaust on with duct tape.
Yeah, with the duct tape.
It's high temperature duct tape.
Racing people need the duct tape, always. Duct tape, safety wires, that's it. Look at how nice, compact, and small.
Yeah.
This is a good idea. I like it. I like a lot.
Thank you. Think the RD nuts will like it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be very popular, so you have to buy junk stuff.
Yeah. I bought the roller that I brought you.
Yeah.
The $150.
Oh, my
I mean, no
goodness.
motor, but...
See?
Oh,
Well, it's not quite track-worthy yet.
We needed 200 mile per hour duct tape.
Yeah.
We only used 100
So
mile
just a
per
try,
hour.
yeah.
Boy, noise is amazing. It's exactly what I'd expect from this combination.
We never really discussed how we wanted to build it. We just said, okay, you're doing this part, I'm gonna do the frame and paint, and you know, we never ran anything by each other. Like, hey, I'm gonna paint it like this, Yoshi, and hey, you know how.
I'm trying to recall the last time I was on a two-stroke. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to dust off the mosquitoes out here.
This is more like a racing, you know, setup. It's not like a real, you know, street for everything.
Eric, you should stand back there just to smell this. Okay, I'll wrap my mouth around the expansion channel.
Take a big hit off of that.
Yeah.
I think the camera guy already did earlier. Wafting. Yeah.
So maybe he's, you know, go back to like a 70s, you know, feel. You know, a lot of two-stroke around. So maybe he's surprised, you know.
She's sweet, fellas.
Yeah.
Let's take her for a rip.
Let's do this.
Oh, guys, she's so cool on the racetrack. I mean, JJ was telling me, like, dude, be careful, like, just take it slow. But first lap, I'm dragging me on the thing going, this thing just wants to go around the racetrack. Then she let me down with maybe a fouled plug or something. This is so two-stroke.
Yeah.
You're like the best times of your life and then the biggest letdown.
Yeah.
It's back to life. I think he knows how good looking he looks on the bike with the little black suit and that bike. It's an incredible combination. All right, I'll give up my spot. It was a blessing that the thing quit running on us because it makes the bike. It just comes alive. It just puts a smile on your face. Like, everyone has to have a two-stroke in their garage. Cool, bumper or kickstart it? Bump it. First gear? First gear. Let's do it. Woo-hoo! I used to beat on the ladies across the wall. I used to curse all of your sides. Yeah, I doused your flaming bush. I used to be such a cool boy, but I've learned my lesson and I'm much better now. Everyone that rides this bike is gonna look fast.
You feel pro.
Yeah, you're like, dude. The bike makes you look good, so it's pretty cool.
I don't know what it is, maybe close to the ground, but you almost, like, the speed sensation's higher. Yeah. You feel like you're just
Booking. It really feels like you're going fast.
Yeah, hauling
when you
the
cut
mail.
through here, you're like, I'm in third gear.